All right, raise your hand if you consider yourself a pessimist. Always looking for the negative. Always, always. You?
I'm pretty negative.
How about an optimist? And it doesn't have to be like you're one or the other. It's just like which one?
I'm pretty optimistic.
Everyone? You're both.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm optimistically.
You're optimistically pessimist?
No, pessimistically optimist.
Okay.
I feel like anytime something bad happens, I still don't like get upset at that. So, like motorcycle accident, I'm like, huh, that was pretty funny.
What do you call it when you're positive when you're supposed to be negative, and then you're negative when you're supposed to be positive?
Crazy.
Sociopath. Wrong.
That's called.
Exactly, dude. Couldn't have said it better
I
myself.
don't think it's not about like not getting upset. Like getting upset, like, fuck, man, I'm sure there's gotta be a reason for this. It's like a little bit more like
You're
that
still
for
optimistic.
me. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
but it's not like, ah, man, that was a fun car accident. I don't go there, you know?
Oh, I go there.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
powerful.
I mean, isn't that like what a lot of comedian brains do? Is like you see the funny and the bad.
I don't know, a lot of comedians are so pessimistic
They are.
and negative.
They just point out the terrible and then people laugh at it and they're like,
Why are you laughing?
oh, let me tell you more terrible shit. Right?
Some of them are like that.
Damn. All right. Well, this new what?
No, nothing, keep it going.
What? Tell me.
No,
Now I feel self-conscious.
I just didn't know where we were going.
You're just making fun of you, but you keep going. It's okay.
Enjoying the moment. I was enjoying the company. Please continue with the article,
Well,
please.
let me be a pessimist about this.
Optimistic.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so there's this study that has found that people who are strongly pessimistic about the future are at greater risk of dying earlier than those who are not pessimists. So they actually die on average 2 years sooner than optimists.
Oh, I'm
About
super
the-
optimistic
About
for
the
sure.
future, I have great feelings about the future. So that's different.
Okay.
What about the now?
Fucking pessimistic.
I think that's everyone right now. 2020 sucks.
Not for me, but yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? I was trying to have your back, bro.
Well, to be fair, I'm optimistic about 2020, us being here in like August, and like, I hope the worst has passed us. So I'm optimistic about the rest of the year.
True. Yep. Yeah. So
I think everything's gonna be good.
Hey, I mean, fuck. We kept thinking the worst was over, and then some other fucking shit happens, and you're like, what the fuck?
This is the optimism. This is optimism.
Crazier, it also gets funnier.
True.
So, fuck it.
But yeah, so they're saying that they found that people who were strongly pessimistic about the future were more likely to die earlier from cardiovascular diseases and other causes of death, but not from cancer.
I mean, I get it. Like
They don't live long enough to get cancer.
Like you hear about those spouses, like when their partner dies, and then they get really sad, and then they have a heart attack.
Oh.
So it seems like that really
Damn.
affects you. Like your emotions really affect your heart.
Fuck yeah. No, your emotions affect you physically, period.
Everywhere, yeah.
It does.
That's why if you have none, you're good.
Yes. The healthiest people around are sociopaths. No, but yeah, so they're saying that optimism scores, on the other hand, so people who were optimistic, they did not show a significant relationship with death, either positive or negative. So they're just like, they're gonna die when they die, and it's fine. Like it doesn't prolong their life expectancy by being optimistic. It's just that by being pessimistic, it actually shortens your life. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's a pessimistic way to look at it.
Because you're worrying all the fucking time. You know how stressful it is to worry? It's fucking stressful. Like, physically stressful. Like, and to say, I don't care, and being, like, just walking in the street with your eyes closed, it's way more relaxing than opening them up. You know what I mean?
Sometimes.
Way safer too, right?
Variables there are interesting.
No, it's safer.
Word.
No. Not say it's more dangerous, but it's more relaxing. Try crossing the street with your eyes closed and you hear ha ha ha, but you don't hear the car, you don't see the cars coming, so you're just relaxed.
Because in that very moment, that very second, nothing has touched you. So you're okay in that second.
Yeah, and they move around you. So around you hear ha ha, and you're like, I'm glad I don't have to see this bullshit. And you get to the other side and you go, oh shit, That happened around me? Oh fuck.
That's like little grandma in Mulan with the lucky cricket.
She was the cutest.
But is there in between optimism and pessimism? Is like a neutral zone, or is it like if you are not
Honestly,
one?
dude, I think this is basically it's relative to who's talking.
Well, so to answer your question though, they are saying that optimism and pessimism are not direct opposites. So you can.
Then why the fuck did they compare it as a pro and con?
Okay, so specifically for this study, they're saying that they ended up studying people back in 1993 to 1995. The
good old days.
They were surveying. There was data collected from almost 3,000 participants who completed this like questionnaire, and they were aged over 50. And again, this was between 1993 and 1995. Okay.
The world has changed.
They're saying that the participants they were invited to agree or disagree with a number of statements, including positive statements such as "I'm always optimistic about my future," or negative statements such as "If something can go wrong for me, it will." And so,
Oh yeah, people that feel they're unlucky, they die early.
yeah. So then those questions and that data
funny.
from back then, they were then cross-checked with the Australian National Death Index back in October of 2017 to find out how many people had died and their cause of death. So they found that more than 1,000 participants had died out of those 3,000 participants. And so then they started looking into the correlation between optimism and pessimism and specific diseases such as cardiovascular disease.
Heart problem?
Yeah, heart problems.
Yup.
And so they found that like previous studies, they would put optimism and pessimism on one scale.
Why?
They're saying that they used two separate scales to measure pessimism and optimism and their association with all causes of death. And that's how they discovered that while strong pessimism was linked with earlier death, those who scored highly on the optimism scale did not have a greater than average life expectancy. So that's how they were to figure that out. But then they were just looking into the fact that pessimism does seem to be linked somehow to heart problems, and it obviously, like what we were saying, emotions physically affect your body.
So you're saying that there's some sort of concept of like an average life expectancy. Those who are pessimistic maybe have a 2-year
2 years.
less cutoff.
Yeah.
Those who are optimistic maybe have average.
Here, yeah.
That it doesn't improve the life.
No.
How does that math work out? Because if you just combine the two, wouldn't the average of those two just be down there then?
Well, that's why I guess they're saying in the study they're not comparing specifically optimism and pessimism, but rather they're comparing its relativity to average life expectancy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if you split any group into two, right? And then if you have two numbers, you can't have the top number be average, but also have a bottom number. Because then the average of that is a middle number.
But that's if the groups are mutually exclusive. I think they're saying it's inclusive. So the optimism could also just be in the average. So it's not like.
So who's in the positive?
The optimistic people, duh.
I don't know.
That's average.
I think it's an average human
Where's this math from?
expectancy, and then they separate optimists and pessimists, and then see based off of human life expectancy averages, if those two fit, where they fit in that scale.
Yeah, so the way that they concluded this here is this one paragraph. It says, understanding that our long-term health can be influenced by whether we're a cup half full or cup half empty kind of person might be the prompt we need to try to change the way we face the world and try to reduce negativity, even in really difficult circumstances.
I think if you want your life to suck, it's gonna suck ass.
What is that called?
Cognitive bias. Or manifesting.
Confirmation bias?
Yeah.
Because it's like you see what you want. Yeah, you see what you're looking for.
Same with manifesting your
Exactly.
destiny or
Yeah.
whatever, right? Like if you're constantly looking at how life sucks, it becomes real. Such as
The universal law of attraction.
That one.
Yeah.
But that's just because you have that confirmation bias going on.
I feel like optimists though are more likely to die from unnatural causes. Because famous last words are always, "This is fine. I'll probably be okay," and they'll like do something real crazy and then die.
Really? Because I actually heard the
A
opposite.
pessimist would be like, "That's too crazy. That's dangerous. I'll stay
I
back."
have cardiovascular disease.
I'd rather worry
But they're not
to death.
thinking that, you know. They're just like, "That's too crazy for me. I'm gonna stay over there." And the other guy's like, everything's gonna be all right.
There's
I'll just
follow-up
walk across the street blind.
In '95, that was like extremists that die from optimistic beliefs.
I know, right?
Because there's only 3,000 people for senior citizens over 50 that were being tested in '93 to '95. Like, it's a
I think the overall messaging though is really cool, right? I think all they're really trying to tell you is like, hey man, don't worry, be happy. I think that's literally all they want you to focus.
Worry.
Yeah.
They could have just written some Bob Marley lyrics.
Right? Why are you wasting people's time from '93 to '95, the golden years? Why?
Have you guys seen Free Solo
Yeah.
on Netflix, the documentary?
What's it about?
It's about the guy that climbed, is it El Capitan?
Yeah, Half Dome.
Yes.
Oh, Half Dome.
With no bungee cords.
With nothing, with no attachment.
50s.
Yeah, so if you fall, you're dead.
Yeah.
And many people have attempted it. Many people are gone. They're optimistically like, let's try it. And then so there's a guy, one of the guys that was trying it as a precursor. They showed footage of him, like he's all happy. He's like, oh, I'm gonna try it, but I'm gonna have a safety. So he has a little squirrel suit on. So he's climbing it. So he has no attachments, but if he falls off, he can pull it and land to safety somehow. So he climbs half of it. This fool falls off, pulls his squirrel suit. Oh, what a close call. He's gonna try it again, and then the next frame in the documentary, it's like R.I.P. Like this guy died. I was like, oh shit, he's gone.
You can't frame it like that.
He's just
to
gone.
Set us up,
He's one of the guys that are gone. And then the next frame is like, it says 90% of people that have tried to climb Half Dome, and the fades out. Are all dead.
Oh my god.
It was just crazy. I was like, fuck, dude, this is insane.
Were they all positive people though?
They could be.
Or they were like optimistically making the choice to go there, and then pessimistic when they were on the
Well,
wall.
you know what's with the Free Solo guy specifically, they did a brain scan of his mind, of his brain, and you know the part that like tells us to not fucking play with fire because these are the consequences. That part of his brain was either underdeveloped or missing. So like
It's the same as like a psychopath almost, where he's like, where people's normal sense of danger, it's like
not there for him.
yeah, it takes a lot of stimulation.
I got a huge part of that in my brain right here.
The fear part?
Just kidding.
Oh, I was just
I
clarifying.
fear none. I fear everything.
That's why it's
One of
good
his
to
math
have them.
says, respect all, fear none.
Shameless
The-
plug, hashtag ad.
Oh, got it, man. I'm slow.
For the pessimists, they should have a mask that says, I'm scared of everybody.